I worked for the railroad for a number of years up until they got rid of the cabooses and the rest of the train crew. My grandfather was a locomotive engineer for the Union Pacific Railroad, and my dad also worked for the Union Pacific. And particularly my grandfather, he operated what was known as the big boy. This engine was so big, it essentially was two engines in one. It had two sets of drive wheels, and it was over 100 feet long. Union Pacific had 25 of these built, 17 were scrapped, and 8 of them were preserved and now are on display at various museums around the country. I came to being an engineer and a railroad man at a time when the railroads were switching over to diesel engines. And diesel engines were sleek and modern and quieter, but they were never as interesting as the steam locomotives. Those were mechanical devices that caught your attention, caught your imagination. I retired a few years ago now, and I began to look around for a hobby that would keep me occupied, and discovered that Lionel and a couple of the other manufacturers had started recreating these locomotives in true detail. And then one day, I discovered that Lionel had produced an exact replica of the big boy. Well, there wasn't much that could keep me from buying that, but I did have to talk it over with the wife. She was a little reluctant to see me spend all that money. But this engine is just amazing. The sound, the smell, the magic of those mechanical parts working together. And when that engine goes around a corner and that boiler swings out and just clears the scenery on the side of the track, it just reminds you of this amazing experience of American engineers, American ingenuity, as they created this workhorse that helped us win World War II, and now is available for me to have in my little layout. I hope that when the kids come in and their parents come in and they see my model trains, they begin to catch a little fire in their belly of the experience of working with trains. I love my trains. I guess I'm just a big boy at heart that loves to play with his toys, but as my wife says, keeps me off the streets and out of mischief, and that's probably a good thing.